Oh, yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it done. And don't worry. I'm on my way. Yeah, what's up, everybody? And welcome to the show. It's kind of brisk out here, I'll be honest with you. There's like a hole in the Iron Nerd suit, and there's some wind chill getting in here. I'm a little chilly on this fall day. But, nonetheless, we've got things to do. Nerdvenging must be done. And we must get into and discuss the latest rumors and reports. Aubrey Plaza? Main villain? Agatha Coven of Chaos? What? It's pretty wild. We gotta break it down. And in general, there's a lot of stuff going on right now about Wanda's future in the MCU and how they're taking all those stories. West Coast Avengers, Children's Crusade, Vision Quest, all this crazy stuff that's going on. What does it all mean? We're gonna get into it. I'm pulling into the tower. Buckle up your buttholes. Yeah, I said buckle up your butthole. Yeah, I said it. No, I know. It was an ad lib. Yeah, no, it's fine. It'll be okay. Yeah, we'll talk about it later. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the show. Welcome to the stream. Thank you guys for being here. We're going to discuss all these latest MC rumors. Kind of want to just dig into it, get your thoughts on it. We'll see if there's anything else going on. I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the Russo brothers and how I think they're going crazy. And I kind of have this suspicion, and I don't think I'm alone in this suspicion, but the more weird shit that the Russos say, the more like kind of eyebrow raising comments that they make, the more that I'm like, I wonder if Feige had a couple meetings with them and he was just like, nah, like it's too much. Something happened. Maybe it was the pandy. Maybe it was the stress. Maybe it was their Netflix money. I don't know. But yeah, so we'll get into that. Should be a good day. And a good stream. I also want to say, too, I've been thinking a lot, okay? I've been thinking a lot about the streams, about the stream time, and about all that, okay? And I think I've made a decision, and I want to know what you guys think about it. Let me know if you like it, if you hate it, if you're down, if you're indifferent. We're going back, kind of, to the old time. This is the time I want to do for it. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when I want to do the streams from now on, okay? So it's a half hour later than it used to be. It's an hour before this stream. 11 a.m. That's what I want to do. And I know I've changed it all around. We were talking about 11:30. We're talking about 11:11. We're talking about 10:10. We're talking about 10:30. We're talking about this, talking about that. I get it. I understand. 11 a.m. That's going to be the time. What do you think? No! 11:30 says Dark Crypto. 11:23? What? Oh, the Fibonacci. My butthole doesn't buckle up till noon. Oh, shit. Okay. Sorry. Well, that's tough. Fire, another one I'm turning into. Broski! Nice. Okay, 11. Yeah, I think 11 will be okay. Okay? It's, what is that? 8 a.m. for California folks for West Coast, and then like, you know, maybe by 8:30, maybe by 9, like you'll be awake and you'll be doing it, and we're gonna try to do some longer streams as well. I also think we're not gonna stream publicly on Wednesdays anymore, but we'll just do a big old Nerdvenger stream. So we'll just hang out each Wednesday at the same time, but do a Nerdvenger stream. This will help me to like come up with cool ideas, to do good writing and pull good visual aids together so that we can continue to have really, really fun streams, because I kind of want to take the streams to the next level. I want to do some really fun stuff, come up with some really cool ideas, interactive stuff that I think you guys would like. So in order to do that, just need more time not streaming to be able to sort of work on these kind of ideas and things. So next week will be at 11 a.m. We'll stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday if you're a member, and then Thursday, Friday. Okay, so that's what it is. We're gonna try that, and that's the way it's going to be until I decide to change my mind again or something, you know what I mean? But for now, that's what we're doing. Okay, so let me know, what do you think? I have been trying to catch a live for 1,000 years. Been working. Wait, what? So 11 still for Nerdvengers? Yes. Wait, what? Clocks go back on Sunday, so technically it'll be the same time. Let me think about that for a second. Wow. Okay. Crazy. Damn. What a world. What a world that we live in, huh? Okay, let's get into it. Let's talk about the news. Let's talk about the news. Aubrey Plaza. First of all, how do you guys feel about Aubrey Plaza, just in general? Like, what do you guys think? I really like Aubrey Plaza, man. Like, I think the first time, like, I, you know, really watched her was in Community. Yeah. And she's awesome in Community. Her chemistry with Chris Pratt. It's Chris Pratt. Was awesome, dude. They were really funny together. I absolutely adore that show. I think it's great. And then the next thing that I really saw her in was Legion. And I gotta say, she's really good in Parks and Rec. But damn, bro, the energy and the depth and the range that she brought to her role in Legion was absolutely incredible. For some time, she played, like, kind of spoiler alert, I guess, for the show. She played a version of the Shadow King. It ended up just being somebody that the Shadow King had sort of possessed or something like that. But, like, I'm telling you, like, twisted, evil, crazy, like, really, really cool. A character called Lanny, I believe, right? Man, so good in Legion. So if you haven't checked her out in Legion, I would highly recommend that, because really awesome stuff. Really awesome stuff that she puts in there, okay? So let's pull up this article from the Illuminati. And then I do believe, guys, somebody in chat help me out with this. I do believe the Hollywood trades have also confirmed this story. I believe. Let me know in chat. Yes? I think they did, right? Maybe Deadline, somebody like that. Which is also kind of wild in and of itself, because they keep doing this to all of the scoopers. Right? The Mephisto shit got confirmed as well, yes. Yeah, so it's crazy. Like, they keep doing this. They keep, I guess, trying to, like, steal the thunder of smaller independent scoopers or stuff like that. Yeah, it's confirmed in the trade. It's pretty crazy. Okay. So, Illuminati had it first. Look, the Illuminati is really, really good. As I tell you guys, they're good. Okay? Let's read through the article, then we'll kind of talk about it. Aubrey Plaza joins the highly mysterious Agatha Coven of Chaos Disney Plus series. They do seem to be adding a lot of interesting elements to Coven of Chaos, which is good, because, like, at first, like, just an Agatha show, I was like, I mean, I like Catherine Hahn, and Agatha was cool, I guess, but, like, why? You know what I mean? I think we'll find out Why? An eventful few months for fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Kevin Feige walked on the stages at both San Diego Comic-Con and D23 and blew the roof off the announcement of Avengers Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars, a Thunderbolts film led by fan favorite Yelena Belova, and a new Daredevil series bringing back Charlie Cox for an 18-episode run. Hell yeah, can I get it? Amen. Besides those big events, we also have gotten a ton of great news via the trades, including the casting of Yahya Abdul-Mateen II as Wonder Man. Screen Crush had that first too. Again, the trades just keep coming in and like, I don't know, maybe that's a new strategy between the trades and between Marvel's part where they're just like, yo, we're just gonna steal all their shit so they at least won't get the credit for it. It's really, really wild. We'll talk about that as well because that's really cool and we haven't talked about it on a live stream yet. In his Disney Plus series, we also know that Shang-Chi director Destin Daniel Crichton will helm the highly anticipated next Avengers film, The Kang Dynasty, with a script by Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania writer Jeff Loveness. One recent breaking story was the casting of Heartstopper breakout Joe Locke in the mysterious WandaVision spinoff Agatha Coven of Chaos. And that's interesting because we actually haven't talked about Locke's casting yet live either, so there's a lot of stuff to kind of get into today, okay? Locke's character is still a mystery, only described by Deadline as a gay teen with a dark sense of humor. Many fans believe he is either playing the teenage version of Julian Hillard's Billy Maximoff / Wiccan or Agatha's son, Nicholas Scratch. And that's true. Let's just pause for a second. Technically possible either one of those characters, but I gotta say, if it's not Billy, like he looks like Billy to me, and if it's not Billy, it's they're fucking up basically, because it would be so weird to like not do Billy and do Nicholas Scratch first, or to make Nicholas Scratch like the I don't know, like it just, that feels whack to me. Not to say that they couldn't do it and maybe the original actor is still going to play Billy and they're not necessarily going to age Billy up, but I do think we'll talk about that in a second. We'll get into more of that in a second. Regardless, the casting comes quite out of nowhere, as only recent mentions of the series made by Kevin Feige at SDCC, where he revealed the Disney Plus show's release window, and that the studio decided to change the name from Agatha House of Harkness to Agatha Coven of Chaos, which is pretty interesting. Now we at the Illuminati can exclusively reveal that Aubrey Plaza is set to join the Disney Plus series in an undisclosed role described as part of a group of supporting female characters. Aubrey Plaza, best known for her role in the hit sitcom Parks and Rec. Since then, she starred in several comedies, including Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates and Dirty Grandpa. Over the last few years, she's been delivering acclaimed performances in dramas like Black Bear and most recently, Emily the Criminal. She can currently be seen in the second season of the Emmy-winning show The White Lotus, which I have not seen, but I've heard it's a really, really good show, for which she already garnered Emmy buzz. Agatha Coven of Chaos marks Aubrey Plaza's second Marvel role, as she played Lanny Boosker in Legion. Our source also revealed that the Disney Plus series is looking to shoot briefly for a week or two next month before production formally begins in January through the early summer of 2023 in Atlanta. That's wild. This is what's so crazy. Like every time, because like I've been doing this for a long time, right? And I hear all kinds of stuff and I read all kinds of articles. And I always get these weird like pushbacks from people sometimes on like stories or things. Like they'll say, you can't cast somebody because there's no script. They can't know what the story is going to be because they haven't hired writers. The official filming starts in January, so they couldn't be filming now. Like all of these things. And the more I read about how Marvel handles their productions, the more I think status quo, sure, it's real, but also expect the unexpected with Marvel, and Marvel can do all sorts of crazy stuff. I want to throw something completely random out there. Completely random and crazy. Do you guys remember when there was a report that Benedict Cumberbatch shot on like all by himself in a warehouse with a skeleton crew, and he was going to be talking to some massive CGI crazy character, and this was either for Infinity War or Endgame? Do you guys remember that? Put a 1 into the chat if you remember that. Let me know, because I've been thinking about this lately. Let me know. Let me know. Yeah, a couple people, kind of, right? So, I gotta be honest with you. I feel like Marvel still has that footage, and I feel like Marvel could still use that footage. And I do wonder, were there things that they shot around the time of Infinity War and Endgame that are going to be repurposed in later projects? And I think also about that with regards to the Kang Dynasty and with regards to Secret Wars, because I really do think, like, they're setting stuff up for Secret Wars, but they're also setting stuff up for, like, after Secret Wars, like into the Eternity Wars and maybe Timeless Saga and things like that. It's just really crazy. Like, I would expect the unexpected when it comes to Marvel. Regardless, let's keep going here. It was previously confirmed by Vanity Fair that Emma Claudfield's Dottie will return to the show. She's one of the innocent people who's trapped inside Wanda's sitcom spell. In there, Dottie is playing the role of the neighborhood leader. The upcoming series is written by WandaVision creator Jack Schaefer. She is executively producing the show under an overall deal with Disney and 20th Century Television. Schaefer was also recently rumored to be developing a second WandaVision spin-off focusing on Paul Bettany's vision. And that's true. That is the Vision Quest, which we're going to get to in a second here, okay? Agatha Coven of Chaos will arrive on Disney Plus winter 2023 and spring 2024. What do you all think? You excited for her? I am excited for it. Let's touch on this too, because this was recently mentioned by Kevin Feige. Pretty interesting. Here.
Diverse group of Avengers. What do you tell me?
Well,
Oh man, come on. Really? Bro, I can't stand, like, what? I don't understand why I can't just play videos in the Brave browser anymore. Like, it's so stupid, dude. Okay, regardless. I think people pick up what we're putting down. Sometimes we take cues from the comics, and yes, introducing as many characters as we can from the comics. I spent 22 years doing this, and this was in reference to the actual Young Avengers. And the thing is, it's not even a hidden or guarded secret that Young Avengers, or perhaps the next group of Avengers, is being set up by Kevin Feige and co. And so you've got Aubrey Plaza, you've got Vision Quest, you've got Billy Kaplan, the Demiurge, and on top of that, there's some other interesting stuff going on that hint at them doing more with Wanda. But before we get too far down that rabbit hole, I'd like to know what you guys think as far as who she could be playing. Who do you think she could be playing in this show? Because it is said that she will be the villain of this show. So what do you make of that? What do you make of that? Any guesses? Dude, Jack Carter. That's like kind of what I was thinking about as well. Morgan Le Fay. Morgan Le Fay is really interesting because, okay, so it's called Coven of Chaos, right? Coven of Witches. Agatha's a witch. You know, we already saw that she was a part of a coven before. Billy is like a witch, right? Wiccan is a witch, and he, or a sorcerer, depending on how you think of it. Obviously, Wanda's a witch. And so I think that it's possible that she could be playing Morgan Le Fay. Now, Morgan Le Fay is like a witch / sorceress that's incredibly powerful. And at some points in comics, she's banished into the dark dimension. And so she operates from within the dark dimension, but still having like influence over other witches and stuff like that. Morgan Le Fay is also that Runaway show from back in the day. I think it was CW or Hulu or something like that. That show dealt with Morgan Le Fay as well. And they have their own version of Morgan Le Fay that they do there. Morgan Le Fay, one of the most powerful like magic users, especially female magic users, just in general in Marvel Comics. And so I was like, oh man, that would be really, really interesting. Doom has a daughter, right? Yeah, I believe so. But I don't know that they would do Doom's daughter before actually doing Doom. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. What do you think? It was on Hulu? Yeah. And the other thing that's weird is that Agatha is supposed to be the hero of this show, right? And that, like, essentially you're going to have Aubrey be the main villain, Agatha become a hero, and somehow Billy Kaplan is involved. On top of that, the thing that was rumored before was that elements of Children's Crusade is going to be adapted into this show. And to me, the elements that I think could be going on, it's like when Billy exudes like crazy powerful, like there's a moment in Children's Crusade that he goes crazy, and essentially the Avengers like put him under watch, and then this is where basically like Billy and Tommy and Magneto and Pietro then go looking for Wanda, and they find her in Latveria. Okay, so I think if anything, maybe you're seeing a situation where Billy and his potential as the Demiurge, maybe that is something that Morgan Le Fay is trying to exploit, and they're going to put this different twist on it where the kid's identified and the kid is, you know, being manipulated or whatever by this other female witch, maybe Morgan Le Fay, maybe somebody else, like, you know, Jennifer Kale. You know, there's a lot of different like witches and dark magic user people that she could be, right? But essentially like something like that. And then maybe Agatha having some kind of empathy for the kid, like tries to defend, and then they go looking for Scarlet Witch. You know what I mean? Is it at all possible she's playing Lenny Busker, do you think? No. Look, I would love that. Legion is very high on my list. Like, I really like the Legion show, but I don't think so, man. Like, I don't really think so. And then there's this whole other side to it, right? Where you're going to have Vision Quest, which is Vision kind of coming into his own and trying to realize who he is, right? And I believe Wanda is rumored to be involved with that show, Vision Quest. And then on top of that, of course, you have a Wonder Man show, and you've got the Black Manta guy, Yaya. And I think that dude's brilliant. I think he actually crushed it as Wonder Man. You know what I mean? So you've got Wonder Man as well. And it just seems like from this point in comics, with the Children's Crusade, with the Young Avengers, with the West Coast Avengers, with all that kind of stuff, that Feige and co are like super interested in adapting stuff from that time. And that looks to be stuff that's going to be happening in the next couple of years. So I don't know. Like, number one, that's just plainly cool. Like at a base level, like that's pretty cool because I like all that stuff. But I also can't help but think, like, with Secret Wars lingering, like, is this something that they're trying to do for that? Is this something they're trying to do past that? Or are they just doing it for the sake of doing it? I'm not really sure. But here, this is kind of something interesting too from this scooper guy, The Watcher, and I'll bring this up. We can look at this. Check this out. It's pretty crazy, bro. Okay, so The Watcher says, I heard they were just beginning the process of reaching out to Lizzie about Wanda's next few appearances. So while as of today, I haven't heard she's in it, I have heard her disappearance is the catalyst of the premise. So it'd be strange if she wasn't. So this is in reference to Aubrey Plaza being in Coven of Chaos. And so what The Watcher is saying here is that the disappearance is the catalyst. So maybe what's going to happen is after Multiverse of Madness, Wanda disappears, which breaks the spell that she placed on Agatha. Agatha then becomes aware and has to is trying to find Wanda or something like that. Like, I'm not really sure how it's all going to work together. But it's really, really cool. The other thing that's kind of fun about this is like Aubrey Plaza and Elizabeth Olsen have like this really hilarious kind of relationship and a bunch of like viral moments together where apparently they showed up to a big red carpet thing wearing the exact same outfit, and it was really funny, and they sort of like took jabs at each other. I shared a thing on my Twitter earlier of them being caught at some place outside where they're cold, and Elizabeth Olsen like gives Aubrey her scarf, and like they have a cute relationship together. And so of course it would be awesome to see those two actually share the screen together. You know, I gotta say, like, but there's some real heavy hitter talent in this group of females. Like, again, I think Aubrey is legitimately an incredible actress. Elizabeth Olsen is amazing. Catherine Hahn is incredible. And so, like, if you are going to, you know, go either female centric or female heavy, you're picking some incredible female talents. Do you know what I mean? And so I really would like to see them all kind of chew up the scenery, like eat the scenery together. That would be really, really fun. So who knows for sure how all of that's going to work, but they're putting together the pieces in the Coven of Chaos. Like the Coven of Chaos, you know, because again, like Feige sort of understands this game of like hype and anticipation and speculation. Like from what I've heard, Captain America 4 was kind of like jolted because Feige was like, nah, man, this shit's whack. Let's do Harrison Ford Red Hulk and have the tension between Sam and, you know, Red Hulk be at the center of that, and then we'll go crazy with that. And like, so basically, like, he kind of intervened and was like, this is the hype shit. And whatever, you know, Agatha was going to be, I still think that Marvel is kind of aware of and understands that a lot of people are not loving a lot of the Disney Plus shows, and that they need to come correct, right? And so it's possible that whatever's going on right now, because, you know, it's so weird that they might film something with like a skeleton crew at the end of the year, but then officially film in January. I don't know what that means, but that's cool. Maybe they're trying to hide some big reveal or secret. That would be really fun. But it seems like they are putting the pieces together to make Coven of Chaos really cool. And even if like Wonder Man is more of like a kind of comedy thing, and we have no idea what Vision Quest is going to be, but it's possible that like the Children's Crusade story is going to be somewhat put together within some of these properties, which I think is pretty cool. So fun stuff. Either way you slice it. But I did want to bring this up because within the context of the show, it's pretty wild. It's pretty freaking wild that they that the whole thing's going to sort of be a catalyst because of the disappearance of the Scarlet Witch. I think that's pretty cool. Yes, and I'm sure you have some questions about it too, and we will cover it. We'll talk about all of it together. So pretty fun stuff with regards to that. Now, can we talk about the Russo brothers just a little bit? Just a little bit. Is it confirmed Wonder Man is a comedy? It's not confirmed, but that's kind of the vibe that I've heard a lot of other people talk about, right? And like Trevor Slattery's supposed to be in it. The Boner, Ralph Boner's supposed to be in it. And I think the vibe is that it's going to sort of focus around Wonder Man as a struggling actor or stuntman in Hollywood or whatever. So, yeah. Okay, so look, I'm a huge fan of the Russo brothers. They have literally directed some of the best MCU stuff that we've ever had, right? And so all props, all love, respect to the Russo brothers. But when I first heard that they weren't going to be doing Secret Wars, I got kind of bummed. Okay, now I did bring up even back then, like, hey, their track record outside of Marvel has not necessarily been great. I know some of you guys like some of their stuff. I have really not. Like Extraction, and then whatever this new one was, the Gray Man. Like, dude, I literally had to turn the Gray Man off. I was like, this shit sucks. So I've been a little skeptical of their work. But on top of that, they've been making some kind of weird statements. Okay? Around the time even before they publicly came out and said they weren't doing Secret Wars, they made some weird statements about how Marvel's going to give you as much Star Wars and Disney content as you can handle for the next 10 years. And like, they're just going to like kind of pump it out like a factory. And I was like, man, that's kind of odd for them to say. I mean, I totally understand it, but I have no hopes and desire to work with Disney. So like, it just felt like a weird thing for them to say. I was like, that's a weird thing. Like, what is that? A power play or what the hell, right? So even more recently, they've said stuff like, we're not going to be able to work with Marvel, or we wouldn't even be ready to work with Marvel for another decade. They've come out and said that no movie will ever have as big of an opening or gross as Endgame. That was like peak cinema, and there was just all these things going on, and you'll never have that again. I was like, that's really, really weird. But maybe the weirdest thing of all has to do with them and I didn't even know this. So apparently they're doing the new Hercules movie, live action Hercules movie. And they said they want it to be modern and inspired by TikTok. And I gotta tell you, like what the fuck? Like, here, let me see if I can just actually pull up what they said exactly. Let me see if I can. Okay. Here's something that they said right here. Filmmaking is going to transform into some other medium, Joe says, growing more animated the longer we dwell on this topic. I don't know what that media is going to be. My guess is that when you can sit in your home, turn to one of the actors that is standing in front of you and say, hey, Tom Cruise, hold on for a second. Tell me about how you filmed this scene. And the AI-fueled Tom Cruise can turn to you and start explaining. It's over at that point, right? That's when technology will dominate whatever new form of storytelling is coming. I mean, like, I get it, because that like feels a little bit of the kind of like the metaverse kind of idea, or like technology, and trying to think about that. Like, I understand being future oriented, and I understand thinking about these changes, but holy shit. Okay, here's a thing. Here's a thing that happened. In an interview with Variety, Joe Russo says that Hercules will be taking inspiration on how to execute a modern musical from TikTok. He also notes that this remake of Hercules is aiming to be more experimental than the original 1997 film. Read his comment below. There are questions about how you translate it as a musical. Audiences today have been trained by TikTok, right? What is their expectation of what that musical looks like and feels like? That can be a lot of fun and help us push the boundaries a little bit on how you execute a modern musical. Bro, what? Like, how many of these conversations happened before Feige was like, got on the phone with his dudes and we're just like, I don't know what happened to them. I don't know what happened to them, but we cannot let them do Secret Wars anymore. Like that, we can't. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they started micro-dosing mushrooms or something. Maybe I have no idea, dude. But I haven't even really commented on a lot of the crazy stuff that they've said. And this also could just be sort of a Disney thing too, where, remember when they've sort of really publicly sided with Scarlett Johansson, and they kind of like put their flag in the ground, and they said like, we don't know if we'll work with Marvel again. And there was even a story where it leaked out that they were about to sign a deal, and they held off because they didn't know how it was going to be treated and stuff. It's like, damn, bro. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe this Hercules move and the TikTok, like maybe they're true geniuses, because I think a lot of time, like, geniuses are misunderstood and maybe a little bit ahead of their own time. Maybe it's something like that. And when we see it, we'll be like, oh shit, okay, I get it. And maybe they're the guys to like forge ahead with some crazy technology and paths like that. But all I can say is I feel a little bit, just a little bit better about them not helming Secret Wars anymore. And I can't help but think that Feige might have made the right decision. I don't know. What do you think? Thoughts? What are your thoughts? What do you think? Hey, show me your herc twerk. Oh my God. Okay. Russo bros ain't even the shit no more. It's Coogler's time now. I mean, it might be, dude. It might well be. I'm very excited for Wakanda Forever next week. And I hope that Coogler does do Secret Wars. They're going to have to back up the money truck for him, though. You know what I mean? Give him the old bag, as it's referred to. What do you think? Kevin avoided a bad situation. In Kevin we trust. He is the way. Wait, what happened? What do you mean what happened? You didn't hear what I said? The Russo brothers have gone mad. They might have been. Pumped for Atuma? Dude, Atuma's going to be badass for sure. He's been making the right choices for stuff we didn't quite understand at the time. Yep. I would rather a Marvel Hercules movie. That's true, actually. That shit would be sick. TikTok is poison? Yeah, pretty much, dude. Coogler's Secret Wars would top Endgame. Oh, how sweet would that be? I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, because the Russo brothers kind of talking shit about Endgame. And look, they're not alone. I think a lot of people doubt that a lot of people doubt that Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars could match Infinity War and Endgame. I mean, I think it'll exceed it, frankly. Because, like, as much as Phase 4, like, has been a topic of discussion, a lot of people think the Marvel Cinematic Universe is in the crapper. Like, the reality is, it has earned its place in pop culture to the degree that even a bad phase or, like, a couple of bad shows and movies is still so widely distributed, disseminated. People have talked about it. Like, it would take years of Marvel, like, truly faltering before you would start to see, like, real fatigue or, like, real churn in that fandom, right? And so I don't even think that that's going to happen. Like, I think it's going to be up from here. I think you'll still have a few shows that maybe aren't total bangers. You still have a few movies that maybe aren't the best, fucking the Marvels and whatnot. But I think for the most part, we're kind of back in the saddle, baby. And I think that Wakanda Forever is going to take us back in the saddle, and I'm pretty excited for it. So, yeah. People bitching about Phase 4 are still going to watch. So, yeah, I agree. Exactly. Right, that's kind of what I was saying, is like, you're gonna get all those people regardless, and the true way you sort of push further is like way more repeat viewing and like way more just viewing from other folks. So, like, if you think about it, there are still people that maybe aren't totally on board with the MCU. There's definitely people that aren't necessarily on board for a lot of the solo stuff or the smaller stuff. But there's also a whole new crop of young people that are aging into the place where they can buy a ticket or they can have a ticket bought for them to go experience this. So I think the sort of general pool of folks that could potentially check out Secret Wars is going to be bigger than ever. Like, your Fox X-Men fans are going to go check it out. Your Sony fans are going to check it out. Spider-Man fans are going to go check it out. Marvel fans are going to check it out. Haters are going to check it out. Everybody's going to check it out. So I think Secret Wars could absolutely be bigger than Endgame. You know what I mean? And we'll just see, man. Because strange things have happened in the box office this year, right? And I think one of the strangest was Top Gun. So, like, we're in a world where Top Gun, which is like, it's good, but it's not like that good, I think. It's kind of crazy how much money that movie made. And it just sort of shows that people are still definitely willing to go check out something in the theaters if they feel as though it's an experience. Or, like, the whole thing with Top Gun was it sort of created its own FOMO, where it became so popular and people liked it so much that you felt as though you were missing out. So even 4 or 5 weeks into its run, if you're looking for something to do, seeing Top Gun was still an option. Seeing Top Gun still felt like an experience. And Secret Wars will absolutely be sold similarly as an experience. So we'll just see. One Piece film Red out today. Oh, that's sick. You know what else is out today? That that I was honestly like, you know what, maybe we'll cancel the stream and we'll just binge this all day. Incredibly underrated. The Dragon Prince on Netflix. That's right, I said it. Is it a childish TV YA novel fantasy show? Yes. Is it also absolutely incredible? Yes. Yes. Definitely. No! You don't say that, Carl. Come on, man. No one cares, bro? Nobody cares about the Dragon Prince? Oh my god. Okay, if you're a fan of the Dragon Prince, put a 1 into the chat. Show these haters. Show these haters and calloused people. I'm an adult. Yeah, where's the... Oh, shit. Leon? Typical Josh take? Dragon Prince is fun? Oh, yeah, you see those ones? Dragon what? The Dragon Prince. Let's get into some Q&A because I'm going to get out of here and go watch the Dragon Prince. I don't need y'all's approval. I love the Dragon Prince. Holy shit. Ah! Hey, what? Elisa likes it, yeah. Dragon Prince is for babies. Yeah, well, maybe I'm a baby then. Goo goo gaga, get out of my face. You're a wizard, Josh. Oh, okay, right on. Okay, anything else going on? What else is going on in the crazy world? What? Wonder Woman 3 announcement? A tease of Wonder Woman 3? Ooh, that's kind of fun. What else is going on? Dragon Tales clears. Dragon Tales is good, dude. I like Dragon Tales as well. What is the Dragon Prince? It would start out as I think a series of novels. Maybe it started out as the show. I'm not exactly sure. No, I'm pretty sure it's a series of novels that then got adapted into an animation. Holy shit. Naymand, you spammed, bro. You spammed. I gotta time you out. I'm gonna time you out. Grogu show. Is that true? A Grogu show? I kind of doubt it, but let's see. If there's any truth to this Grogu show, let me know. I don't really think so, but I'm curious enough to try to check it out. I don't see nothing about a Grogu show, bro. Dracarys? Oh shit, fire! Okay, yeah, I don't see nothing about it. I don't see nothing about it. I know that Ragnarok came out today, huh? People are pretty excited. God of War, Ragnarok. You guys hyped? You guys excited? Are you hyped up? What do you think? Because you lost your debit card? Do I get reunited? Sure. John White, welcome back to the Nerd Ventures. You are a Nerd Venture now. Okay, let's get into the Q's and the A's. We'll go over the super chats. We'll go over the member chats. We'll hang out in the chat. And then we'll call it a gosh dang day. Okay. Wait, what? What the buttholes? Oh, Jesus. Chris Listenfeld, member for 26 months. Holy shit, that's a lot of support, brother. Thank you so much. Says 26 months is still going strong. No Adventures for life. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Oh, by the way, we are going to watch Tales of the Jedi this Saturday. This Saturday, if you are a Nerd Venture member, come on by 10 a.m. We'll start watching Tales of the Jedi. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. Brandon Russell, $5 holla says, works for me. I'm at work 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Western time, so I can tune in at 9 a.m. My man! Appreciate it. Claytonium says, getting my butt kicked on Snap. Can't get past level 33. Yeah, that shit happens. Hey, by the way, funny story about Marvel Snap. The other day, I was playing Snap in the office, and I was dealing with the dogs, and the dogs were, like, doing something and, like, got me mad distracted, and I missed my turn 5. Like, I didn't play anything on turn 5, and it timed me out. And I raged. I screamed I screamed the F word. And I screamed it so loud that, like, Elisa came in to check on me, okay? And then, turn 6, I played something, but I ended up losing. And you know what's crazy? I then got a DM from James Cactus, who's a Nerdventure member, and it was him that I lost to. He sent me a screenshot of beating me in Snap. And I'm so salty about it because it's the dog's fault because I missed my turn 5. Fuck that. There you go. That was your story. Jared says, is this Diamond? About time. Let's go. Denna Goats. Aubrey is a dub. Get her and Lizzie on screen together and I'm watching. Hell yeah, man. I like those two ladies a lot. And also thank you for the love. Yeah, well, maybe we'll do a Diamond thing next week. The Exodus says maybe Vision Quest will cover the activation of the failsafe protocol. His quest being to hunt down different young Avengers and recruit each episode. I actually like that a lot. I don't know that the failsafe protocol would be a thing yet, but that was a thing in the comics when like when the Avengers go away, he essentially would go around and find the new group of Avengers and stuff like that. That's cool and pretty cool comic book deep cut. Mike House says Judy Mineru. I think she could be the Witch Breaker. Okay, let me look this person up. I'm not familiar with this character. Oh wait, is this the chick from the Runaways? The Witchbreaker? Yeah, they have the staff of one. Okay, I like where your head's at, bro. That could be really cool. That could be pretty freaking cool if you ask me. Again, John White, welcome back. Expo City says, put Jackman's X-Men team, Toby's Spider-Man, and Chris Evans' Cap in the trailer, and Secret Wars could easily have a bigger opening than Endgame. I agree, and we will also all be at a theater together checking it out. Shit's gonna be hype. Sozen's comment says, access has finally been granted to the Diamond Lounge. Can't wait for Liam to reach 6 months so I can see him around the lounge too. Who do I message on Discord, by the way? Any of the mods should be able to take care of it. But, you know, they have lives and they're busy too. So, you know, try it today, maybe try it tomorrow and see what we can do. But, yeah, that'd be funny, huh? Liam's so big, dude. He's going to be in the lounge before we know it. He'll probably be a bouncer in the lounge before we know it, dude. He needs to slow his roll. Mason says, just finished Grizzly Shark. What the fuck, Josh? What the fuck? Hey, I told you, man. I think you were looking for something wild, right? And you got something wild, bro. So there you go. Who's Chicken? Welcome to the Nerdvengers. You are a Nerdvenger now, Who's Chicken. Make your way around the tower, you know, have some fun. Check out the amenities. Angel Stark, remember, for 10 months, says Abdul has done multiple interviews about how comic book movies require very little acting. So not it for me. Much love for the Nerdvengers, though. Yeah, so that is an interesting element of that, and he's definitely said that with regards to the Black Adam, or rather Black Manta for Aquaman. And I think Marvel's just a little bit different. He was also the Watchman, right? He was the new Dr. Manhattan. I'm sure he's had some weird experiences, but I mean, like, if you worked with other companies than Marvel, especially DC, like, I could see that. With Wonder Man, apparently initially he did not want to do it, and then they backed up the money truck, and now they got him. So I don't know. We'll see, man. I like the guy. You know what I mean? I wasn't so put off by those comments that I'm like, don't you come over here to Marvel, but we'll have to wait and see. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Mo from the Foe, remember, for 4 months, says, I really want to see Aldous Hodge as the new Black Panther. T'Challa from another universe, maybe. That would be absolutely sick, dude. That dude is talented. Loved him in Black Adam. So hell yeah, that would be sick, dude. That would be sick. I'm actually working on a video. I have to script it really properly, so it's taking me some time. But it's going to be how Feige will fix the Fox X-Men for Avengers Secret Wars. Because I want to talk about, like, because when I talked about Halle Berry, like, all these people had all this, like, backlash about Halle Berry, and they were like, well, we want, you know, A, someone more dark-skinned, B, somebody that just feels more like Storm, isn't like whatever was presented in this stuff. And to me, I'm like, okay, but Halle Berry's iconic, and her role as Storm is iconic, and also Feige is going to make Wolverine, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, probably more like comic book Wolverine than he's ever been. That's my anticipation. I think if you look at what he did with Professor X, even though we don't get a ton of it, he wants him to feel more like comic book Professor X. And so I think like Feige would not just bring Halle Berry back. He'd bring Halle Berry back, probably have her work on an accent. I'm not going to say he's going to like try to make her skin look darker, but he may make her look more like the comic book version of the character, if that makes sense. So I want to do a big video on that because like I think that's part of it, is like it would be sick to see these actors come back, but also to see them in a role that is more comic booky, more comic book accurate. I think would be really fun. Let's see here. Mason says, Snap greater than Modern Warfare 2. I'm level 34 with the movement deck. So good. Yeah, it's a great game, man. I'm glad you guys are liking it. I told you I thought it was really fun, and I'm glad that a lot of you are liking it. Grogu Life Day Christmas Special incoming. LOL JK. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then Polyhedral Paradise. Welcome back. Wait, Polyhedral Paradise live? Welcome back to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now. Appreciate you. Black Thanos. Are you like Black Frieza? Welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now. Mike Hill says, Man of Steel 2 confirmed yet? No, not confirmed. But I think all signs point to more Superman. I don't want to jump the gun on that. We'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. Old Head Mike's Metalcore and Mole says he was saying comic book movies are something you can have fun with, not a negative comment at all. Yeah, maybe it was misinterpreted. I know there were a lot of headlines and things that were kind of shitting on them or whatever. Infection Gaming says, Hey Josh, I won the GameStop card yesterday. How can I claim it? I hit up the Discord. Okay. Let me copy that. Yeah, hit me up on Discord. That's all you need to do, bro. That is all you need to do. Let me put that over here, actually. All right, cool. Gotcha. Polyhedral Paradise Live says, finally quit my job to focus on photography, video editing, and RPG content. So now I'm able to be around for the streams more. Nerd Vengers for life. Oh, that's sick, dude. I'm happy for you. And would love to help you on that journey, man. I've been making some really good progress on the channel and the vids and stuff. So on the Prime stream, maybe we'll go over more of that and try to help you out a little bit. Damn! Metacritic score of 95 for God of War Ragnarok. People really like it, huh? That's interesting. Wow. Wow. Interesting, huh? Interesting indeed. Christopher Lloyd says, I can't say yet, but the future holds something very special for you. Stay tuned. I'm going to just retweet it. He's the voice of Grogu. Boom. There you go. There you go. You're welcome, Internet. You're welcome. Okay. Let's hang out a little bit. Hang out in the chat for a little bit and see what's on y'all's mind. New RDJ doc about to drop on Netflix next month. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to check that out. Isn't there a rumored Grogu short? Maybe. Would y'all want a Grogu show? I mean, I could see a way in which it would be really cool, but it also kind of feels a little derivative and whatever. I mean, Star Wars is in such a weird spot, man. So, it's tough to say. Watch Star Wars News Grogu series really coming the 12th of Italy. Disney Plus, you can see it. What? Let me look at this. Like, who's covered this? What are you talking about here, bro? What are you talking about here, bro? Check it out on Reddit. The Grogu Show is Mandalorian Season 3. Yeah, a little bit, huh? Also, Big Screen Leak says that Kraven the Hunter screened last night, and he's hearing it's a pretty solid film. What do you guys think about that? Kraven the Hunter, huh? Man, I don't see none of this Grogu stuff. You guys are lying. You guys are lying, telling dirty tricks, dirty secrets. Kraven the Vegan? Yeah. Says a short film. There's a difference between a short film and a series. Wait, what? Saw it on Reddit this morning? What? What? Meg posted about it? Like on Twitter? Let me see. Huh? I see her post nothing about nothing. I don't see her post nothing about nothing. Y'all lying! I am the black sheep of this community. I don't know what that means, dude. Josh hates me. What are you talking about, dude? I don't know what you're talking about. Just like I don't get shit about the Penguin without Batman. It's fucking stupid. Yeah, I think so too. Craven versus El Muerto. Oh, she put it on YouTube? I'm in the Star Wars Leaks Reddit. I don't see it. Oh, Grogu and the Dust Bunnies? Yeah, it's probably like, it's probably Star Wars Zen. Grogu and the Dust Bunnies. What the fuck? You know what? That's probably just like some short film bullshit stuff. It's probably like those shorts they did for, what's it called? Why am I blanking on the tree? Groot. It's probably the Groot thing. Yeah, that's the title. Yeah, Grogu and the Dust Bunnies, yeah. Yeah, it's a short. Great name for a band. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Well, yeah, there you go. A little Grogu short. I don't know how excited I can get about it. A buddy cop show? What could they do with Groot? What do you mean? Just like in general? I mean, there's a lot of stuff they could do with Groot. But I was just referring to the shorts that they did with Groot. Yeah. Yeah. 44 minutes ago. Everyone excited about Wonder Man? We've got something to share, says the Illuminati. Just drop it right now. Drop it right now. Drop it! Hey, it's Moosty. So, are we led to believe the incursions equal Kang variants destroying universes in a war? Much love and blinkers to the sky. No, I think the incursions are just something that can happen. Like, the way it's set up in Multiverse of Madness is like it's just a thing. But it's also like, it's caused by instability. And so a person dream walking too long or somebody being in a universe they're not supposed to can like lead to an incursion. I'm going to comment on this post. Drop it now. Drop the news now. See if they listen to me. Yeah, drop it so we can discuss it. Oh, I missed your last super chat. My bad. No, I got the Moosty one. That's the last one, right? Oh, wait. What? No, Mo just sent one in. Okay, Mo from the Foe's girlfriend says, I subscribe to mess with Mo from the Foe, but now I really enjoy your content, and you've even inspired me to dig deeper into comic books. Nice. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're having fun. Getting into the comics. It's always fun to find something to dive into, you know what I mean? Grogu and Din are going to encounter Thrawn, and Grogu's first words will be, Great Scott! 100%. Yova! My man! Josh, hello there, Nerd Avengers. Hey, appreciate you, Yova. Always good seeing you in the Champions Club, too. How about Doc yesterday, huh? Couldn't even get his audio figured out. Makes me feel a little bit better about my streaming shit. What is the Star Wars version of Endgame? I mean, maybe the Vong War? Maybe? Yeah. Doc sucks at Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, he uninstalled it yesterday, right? Wasn't that shit funny? I feel like Phase 2 and 4 carry a lot of the same similarities, bringing something new to the MCU, but still trying to find footing. And when they do find its footing, it's game over. Trust. Yeah, I agree. I think there's a lot to that. And, you know, like, I'm not one of these guys that, like, is really down about Phase 4, but I also, like, very much acknowledge that, yeah, it's been rough. And I think that you do need to pivot, because I think there's a lot of normies and people that are sort of checking out. And, like, that's just what it is, you know? And so, like, when I make a video yesterday, I'm like, save the MCU. I think, like, at this point, most of you guys just understand that, like, yeah, like, that's YouTube. Like, you've got to make something sensational. Like, you've got to make it so, like, people, like, I wanted people that were even frustrated about me saying that to watch the video to check out why I was saying it. And so I addressed all of the different topics and why I think Wakanda Forever in particular is going to be a movie that fixes a lot of those problems and saves the MCU, you know what I mean? Daryl says, do you think Marvel will ever differentiate timelines, universes, and realms? Yes, I do. But it's like, what's the priority on doing something like that? Maybe when we get a little closer to Secret Wars, something like that will be important. From what we understand in Quantumania, Kang and the chair or the ship is able to traverse the multiverse. So maybe at that point we see something like that. We already have 838. That's sort of significant, at least was significant. You know, we've got the separate universes from What If, and the Baxter Foundation was categorizing the different universes. So yeah, I think that that's totally true. Matthew says, ever deal with any friends that are super smart and talented but deal with a lot of self-loathing? Trying to convince my friend out of a funk. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, there's like imposter syndrome, or people that are really talented that just kind of, you know, get in their own way or have like a mental thing. Yo, mental health is great. Like, mental health is really weird. And I don't think there's like a one-all solution or like a way forward for anybody. But, I don't know, like, if somebody's in a funk or a rut and they're really talented and they don't feel it, like, I often think that you need to stack some wins. And so, you know, that can be defined in a variety of ways, but essentially, like, what you need is you need to, like, have this belief of, like, okay, no, I can do this and I can do this well. And then doing it well, getting recognition, or being able to sort of see it as a success then reinforces the belief, right? And I think, oddly enough, you know, I don't know how old your friend is, or I don't know what kind of upbringing they had, but some people nowadays were never allowed to, like, fail a lot, and failure and being a failure at certain things can make you recognize the things that you actually do really well. And, like, there's a difference between, like, self-confidence and ego. And self-confidence and, like, a really sort of, like, really pure version of self-confidence comes from self-belief and this, like, recognition that you are good at this thing, right? And I think that's actually an important bedrock for most people's psyches, is to have those things that they are good at and to feel like they are doing them and succeeding in being good at them. So, yeah, I don't know. Just need to stack some wins, and maybe even just some small wins. Like, I think if you're an addict, a day without your vice is a win. Maybe an hour without it is a win. And so, like, you just got to try to stack some wins. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyone out here play Fallout 3? Got it for free on the Epic Game Store. Haven't had time to play it. I've heard Fallout 3 is awesome. I'm not really a Fallout guy, but what are you reading? What should we be reading? You know, honestly, I'm not really reading anything right now. I'm writing a lot more than I'm reading. But what should you be reading? I mean, it just kind of depends on what you're looking to do, what you're looking to get into, you know? I think fiction can be fun and enriching. I think nonfiction can be fun and enriching. Follow your bliss, as Joseph Campbell would say. What's your current snap deck? I'm still rocking the Wong reveal doubling deck with Thor, Mighty Thor, Doctor Doom, you know, those people. I'm on Dance with Dragons, almost done. Sick, dude. Reading Brotherhood, awesome. Been reading Harry Potter. Harry Potter's good. I like Harry Potter. Thoughts on the idea of an R-rated live-action Grievous show depicting a hunting down Jedi during the Clone Wars? No. No. Maybe when I was younger, I was like, dude, R-rated Star Wars. And now, like, no. Like, I'm just not about it. I think that Star Wars has to have, like, the closest to R-rated Star Wars that I think you get is Tales of the Jedi. I know that maybe sounds ridiculous, but Tales of the Jedi actually does deal with a lot of dark, traumatic things. But it ends hopeful, and also, like, just, that's thematically what I like from Star Wars. So, no, dude, like, Star Wars is not adult. You know? So, no. Do you ever read the Alphabet Squadron books? No, but I've heard they're pretty good. I have heard they're pretty good. Is your comic going to ship to the EU? Yeah, via the Kickstarter, it will ship to the EU. It will probably be pricey, though. Yeah, no? So we'll, like, put, like, international shipping costs on there. And, yeah, it's going to be pricey to get it in the EU, probably. You guys got a bunch of crazy things going on in the EU. It's crazy out there for the EU, bruh. Hey, you guys want to see one of the minis that I've been painting? It's actually the best one I've done so far, and I still need to clean it up and add some highlights. But you want to see? You want to see? You want to see? You know what I've been really liking about painting minis too? Is I'm not good at it. Right? So, like, I'm not, like, just naturally good at it, and so, like, I've had to keep trying. I've had to like strip it down and keep trying. And even this one that doesn't look that great is, like, the best that I can do so far. And I like really challenging myself at something that I'm not naturally good at, and, like, I just want to keep trying and getting a little bit better. You know what I mean? But here, this is the little Space Marine that I painted up. You know? Yeah, it's not bad. It's like, it needs highlighting, edge highlighting. Need to redo the gold a little bit just to make it pop a little bit more. So, yeah. Best one I've done so far. Got to keep experimenting. So I primed it with airbrush, but I've painted it with a brush. John White says, what's up, fellow Avengers? Love the current restore the 1030 EST. Let's go Eagles 8-0 later. Let's go Phillies, go up 3-2 later if they get a hit. Yeah, wow, dude. Philly sports teams, huh? Having quite a year. It's good for the city. Good for the vibes. Just don't be the guy that gets caught eating the horse poop in the parade. Real ones know what I'm talking about. When does your comic book come out? Not entirely sure. I think we could start the Kickstarter soon, but I'm also like, it's getting kind of close to that holiday time where I'm like, maybe we actually just launch it first quarter next year. And maybe I can, like, kind of keep slowly paying for, like, pages myself so that we're a little bit closer. Because, like, we can just keep shrinking the time to completion and then the time to ship. So I'm not sure. We're very close, and there's a lot of fun stuff that's being done for it. I talked about it yesterday on the Nerd Avenger stream and kind of, like, explained some of the characters and, you know, some of the ideas and stuff. But we're very close. We're very close. Dude, it looks so good. Trust me, felt the same way when I first started building Gundam. But don't be too hard on yourself. You're doing so great, bro. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Tell me you've heard of Moonbreakers on Steam. It's a miniatures PvP game that has in-game painting of all your minis. RIP or free time. Isn't Moonbreakers, like, didn't it just come out? I literally think I just saw something from Moonbreakers today, where it's like a miniatures game, like a true tabletop simulation kind of miniatures game, right? Didn't that, like, just come out? Wanda is not a villain. Okay, Wanda. People who like Andor say that Jedi and Sith are cringe and for kids. Bro, how did you get to a Star Wars fan too. Yeah, I don't even want to go down that road, man. I'm just so sick of that. I mean, honestly, I'm sick of that fandom. You know what I mean? Just being real. Like, that's crazy. Like, oh shit. Oh, this is kind of fun. Okay, so the news hit. Elijah, I'll go over that in just 1 second. This is pretty wild. So the guy that plays Better Call Saul is going to be Wonder Man's manager. This is the Illuminati. Wonder Man production eyes Bob Odenkirk for secret role. Before we talk about the news, let's go over Wonder Man, Simon Williams' history. In the comics, Simon Williams is an actor and stuntman. Nathan Fillion was also featured in the MCU previously as Simon Williams on a poster for the movie Akron, which is a role of character famously portrayed in the comics. Though we now know Fillion is not Simon Williams, it is important to note the MCU's focus on the character being an actor, because if you watch Entourage, aside from agents, you know they also have managers. So, yeah, he could be Wonder Man's manager. That's kind of fun. I mean, they're kind of stacking it. You know what I mean? They're kind of stacking it with some good folks. I think that would be very cool, man. To see him and Yaya. That'd be cool. That's kind of fun. Okay. Let's see here. Elijah says, with a very generous $10 holla, says, Josh, my brethren in Christ, this is an intervention. It must be nice to look like the Hulk, but you gotta lay off the gear. We all noticing how jacked you're getting, and we're all concerned about your health. Really? Because I'm getting fat as fuck. I haven't been in the gym since like last week, I think. And I'm trying to get back into the gym today. I feel like my cardio's down. I feel like a big flabby fat fuck. So I'll be honest, that makes me feel good that you're saying that. Yeah. And I'm not on any gear, but I tell you, as I get older and older, at some point I'm just going to do it. Like, I don't care. Like, legit. Like, I don't care. I just want it all to be like through a doctor so that we know we're all good. But I'll get on. Dude, someday, maybe before I turn 40, I'm going to be injecting steroids right into my eyeballs. And I'm going to be so jacked. And then you know what else? I'm going to start training to fight again. And I'm going to go to conventions just looking to cause trouble and fight everybody. Okay, maybe not. Maybe there's a part of me that like actually wants to do that, but you can't do that. You got to be nice and shit. You can't like fight people and shit, you know what I mean? Enter the UFC. Bro, I love fighting. Like, I genuinely love fighting, and I have a lot of good memories of like fighting and training to fight when I was younger. But there's essentially just one reason now why I cannot really ever professionally fight, and it's because of my knee. Like, I had major reconstructive surgery, and if I got on a single leg lock, like it would take one leg lock or maybe like a leg kick, and then you're talking about like the worst ordeal of my life and having to go through all of that again. Like, my knee surgery was no thanks. Like, I'll literally never do that again. So yeah, unfortunately that ship sailed a long time ago for me. But I love fighting, man. Like, there's really like nothing like it that I've ever experienced. Like, the thrill of being in that moment, trying to like flow and think through what your opponent is doing, being able to impose your physical will on somebody. Like, it's a very like, I understand why people get addicted to it and really, really like it. It's really cool. And you're also, there's such a respect after you fight someone. Like, you see it all the time where like practically dudes are like making out in the cage, but like it really is like nothing else. Like, the bond you experience between somebody when you're both like trying to actually hurt each other, and there's just something about that of like actually, you know, putting yourself on the line. And to a degree, there's also a level of trust, because it's not like combat. You're not actually trying to kill the person, right? So the bond is like really cool. But look, the universe is just what it is. Causality is the law of laws. I'll literally never be able to do that anymore. And at this point, I'm so fat and out of shape and slow, you know, compared to what I was back then. But yeah, it's fun. A lot of respect for fighting, though. A lot of respect for fighters. Dakota, no Avengers for life. Amen. I would go pro if I didn't blow out my knee. I mean, it's kind of true. It's kind of true. Picture Josh getting uppercut and the hair flipping back every time. I mean, it would be so distracting. Maybe that's part of the strategy. You know? Where they like land a blow and then like, did you see the way those locks moved? And then before they know it, I get him. You know what I mean? Josh has too many hobbies. You sound like my mother. You sound like my mother. But yeah, whatever. Logan Paul gonna spread cash for Josh to take the fall. Dude, apparently like nobody watched the pay-per-view with Anderson Silva. I have to look at the exact numbers, but that, despite probably being like a good fight, or at least from what I saw was a good fight, I don't think nobody bought it, dude. Jake Paul is in a weird spot. He's obviously very talented as a fighter, but his job as a promotion, like he's not promoting well at all. You know what I mean? Better Call Saul. I mean, dude, that's fun. That's fun to me. All right, guys, I got to get on out of here. Yeah. Much love. Much love. Looking like a pork chop. Oh, thanks. I'm feeling like a Porky Pig. Anyway, much love to you all. Appreciate y'all being here. It was super fun just going over this nerdy stuff, speculating. We'll see what news or whatever drops tomorrow. We'll have the gambling going on. Actually got a super cool video dropping for you guys later today, all about Spider-Man. Been some updates about Sony, Disney, and the plan for Tom Holland's Spider-Man. It connects to Secret Wars. I've got some sweet speculation in there as well. I think you guys will really enjoy it, so check that video out later. And I appreciate all the support that we've been getting recently on the videos, on the streams. Much love. Call-ins tomorrow? Absolutely. Unless something comes up or, whatever. But yeah, I plan on doing call-ins tomorrow. But you got to be a member. You got to be a member. All right. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? What a day. What a time. Yeah. I mean, there's so much good stuff. Like, Marvel's crazy. Like, it almost feels like the news never stops. It's like you get, like, early leaks. Then you get, like, into production leaks. you know, we get actual announcements. We get all this speculation. Like, shit's crazy. This is a slow week. And we've still got a ton of stuff dropping. Like, it's wild, right? So, we'll just keep on keeping on over here. We'll just keep on keeping on over here. Remember, open up your third eye. Seek the true wisdom and knowledge of the universe. And wash out your brown eyes so you don't got poopies and gross stuff hanging out like in your bumhole. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Make sure you're taking care of your goddamn shit. What the